Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Madam Eka, as a teacher in Factual and Discursive Reading Class E. In this video, I will present and retell my favorite book. But before, please let me introduce myself. My name is Ainun Aini Putri Dewanti, with student number 122-111-233-171, English Language and Literature of Airlangga University. The book that I have read is Imperfect, A Journey to Self-Acceptance. This is the cover of the book. This book is authored by Meira Anastasia, editor by Weda Stratesti and Claudia von Nasution, illustrated by Junji Studio and Rahadian Kuku. This book released on May 7, 2018, published by Gramedia Pustaka Utama. This book has 172 pages. The genre are nonfiction and self-help. Now we move into the story. Synopsis of story. Everyone must have felt very offended and hurt by a comment on social media, especially the bad comments made by netizens that allude to someone's body shape or body shaming. This makes a person's self-confidence decreases every time she looks in the mirror due to bad comments from netizens. Most of those who experience bad events like this are women, including Meira Anastasia, wife of Ernest Prakasa. Meira Anastasia shared her stories and experience about being happy to be herself. You can accept yourself as you are. That was she said. Don't bemoan your weakness or shortcomings, but trying to optimize various good things for the happiness of yourself and your loved one. Living in the era of social media, it's easy for us to be compared by people we never even know. As experienced by Meira when she found a comment that made her hurt on social media. These comments did leave scars and sadness. However, she then tries to create her happiness and doesn't get caught up in the bad comments. Meira emphasized that one way to accept yourself is to love yourself and make yourself one you want to be. Beginning of story. It started when Meira accidentally read a painful comment from one of the netizens on her husband's Instagram account at Ernest Prakasa, who incidentally is a public figure. The bad comments reads, apparently a beautiful person wife it's not necessarily beautiful. And this turned out to be successful in inviting other netizens to comment, which unfortunately seemed to confirm this opinion. Who would have thought that such a striking opinion from netizens managed to make Meira feel insecure about her body condition? Not a few of the media, advertisement for a beauty product, and people around indirectly demand that women always look beautiful, have a proportional body shape such as a smooth face, white skin, long hair, and thin. A public figure and family have greater demands to always appear perfect than ordinarily, both in the terms of physical appearance and behavior. From the past until now, whatever the artist or family does is always in the media spotlight. It's interesting to talk about, including Meira Anastasia, Ernest Prakasa wife. Unfortunately, the thing that is the spotlight of netizen against this mother of two children is a physical problem. Meira appearance is considered strange, different, unusual like most artists' wives. Netizen thinks that an artist's wife should be beautiful, have white skin, long hair, and so on. While Meira is different, she has tan skin and hair that is short and dyed gray. She received comments from netizens and it made Meira nervous and depressed at the same times. Conflict of story. Meira feels inferior, depressed, down, and not confident due to netizen comments. She began to compare herself when she became as beautiful as other women out there. In fact, After her husband, Ernest Prakasa, became more and more famous, she was even more depressed because of the demands of the artist wife she was carrying. Confidence began to fall and increasingly burdened the mind with negative things. In the first chapter, she said that Instagram broke her to the lowest point in life. She thinks that if she didn't become like this, she would wear clothes that open at the belly if she had a flat stomach, who would post selfies every day to show her complete beauty. However, back to the harsh reality that the skin is dark and not smooth. There are acne spots, plus the stretch mark that enliven the atmosphere. Her hair was short, which used to be almost bald on one side like a stressed person. Distant stomach, chubby cheeks, white teeth, and two breasts that are not clear. Such things are always in Meira's mind. She must not forget that her husband is also kind, considerate, and loves herself and her children very much. Her husband also preferred to spend time together than for himself. Although her husband is not 100% perfect, she is needed she is indeed very lucky to be given such a husband by God. End of story. After experiencing a period of adversity, Meira finally found confidence that was most likely from God. She started posting video of her home workouts on her Instagram account. Meira's posture is still chaotic, but she knows there are a lot of housewives out there who don't have time for exercise. So she wants to encourage them. If I can, you can too, she said. At first, she posted the video. There was not much response, but at least the comments from netizens were considered positive. This is what makes Mera excited to post other videos which are finally titled and hashtag Mera home workout tutorial. In addition to video tutorial, Meira also often shares stories in the caption of her Instagram account, often stories about things that she keeps to herself because she is ashamed, but she forces her to share them so that people can read them. Meira tells the world that I'm not perfect and it feels great. It's just what I needed. After she dared to admit it, her imperfection finally became perfect. As it turns out, acknowledging imperfection can be a powerful remedy rather than trying to hide them. Meira can develop more after accepting her imperfection because she knows that she is not perfect and that's not a problem. Life goes on as usual. Turns out there are more good people on Meira Instagram than bad netizens. Many share what she is feeling, encourage her, and even share their imperfection. Indeed, there will always be people who comment negatively no matter what the conditions are. Maybe they accidentally wear negative glasses like Meira used to. We will not be able to satisfy everyone. So, Meira chose to focus on those who are willing to accept what is and on those who choose to wear positive glasses. Because life is already too heavy and to be aided with all kinds of negatively, Meira didn't say that her life was fine, but she was still in the process. There are still things in her that are still not accepted. Meira has learned to wear the correct glasses, begin to have an awareness that you are accidentally wearing negative glasses, and rush to change positive glasses so as not to continue. Instead of focusing too much on the perfection of the others that she often sees, it's better to focus on being perfect for yourself. Not physically perfect, but in mind and heart to love yourself more. Summary of story. In this book, Meira recounts her complaints of getting blasphemy from netizens on social media for not meeting their expectation as the wife of a public figure. The book with an orange cover tells the story of Mira, who shared her life experience as the wife of a comedian who in recent years has also served as a film director for Ernest Prakasa. Ernest, who is known to be humorous and handsome, has an Instagram account to post pictures of himself. At one time, Mayra had read a comment on her husband's Instagram account, a comment that made her sad and feeling insecure. The comment reads, "Apparently, a handsome person is not necessarily a beautiful wife. Maybe for some people this comment look normal. However, can you at least rethink the words to be said before sending them?" This is also one of Mayra Main's concern. Maybe not if what needs to be improved is the attitude of people who have the heart to write comment like that, not people who feel hurt or sensitive to their comments. In this book, Imperfect, Mayra shares her experience of getting up from adversity. That one way to accept yourself is to love yourself. Make yourself what you want. From there, Mayra tried to exercise and had also had breast surgery. After loving ourselves, we will more easily accept the imperfection that exists within us. That way, we are not easily influenced by negative talk or gossip from other people, especially those we don't know well on social media. What can we learn from this book? We can learn to terms with our circumstances, accept our circumstances that being imperfect is not a problem. Often we are too hard on ourselves to forget to be grateful for what we have. Indeed, women are required to be able to appear perfect and become the target of men with a good body and face. But we also cannot force ourselves to be like what others expect. But in this book, we can learn to change other people bad comment into positive things so that we can motivate ourselves too. We also learn to love ourselves and try to change for the good of ourselves, not just for the sake of others or the virtual world. Some interesting things about this book. The cute illustration add to the fun of reading this story. This book also includes ways to exercise regularly, as Mayra did. The message conveyed are also very clear. This book also has an attractive cover design and is suitable for reading, especially for teenagers, because teenagers often feel insecure about their physical condition and what they have. This is one quote that I can take from this book. Change insecure to be grateful. Okay, I think that's all for my presentation today about this book. Thank you for you guys watching this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.